family, friends, and fellow graduates. One of my favorite people in the Bible is Caleb, and I think if he were here today, standing at this podium, he'd have some powerful words for us. You may be familiar with the story of Joshua and Caleb, two of 12 men who spied out the land God promised Israel. Joshua and Caleb, in faith, saw opportunity and blessing in the land that was being given them, where the others saw difficulty and defeat. For every one of Joshua and Caleb, there were 5 doubters, 5 people who did not believe God's promise. Each of us have to face similar faith situations, including our parents, when they made the decision to educate us at home. Their path certainly wasn't the well-traveled. They were venturing through an unknown frontier in making the decision to personally take responsibility for our education. In spite of all the uncertainties, they chose an unconventional route because they believed God was leading them to. They believed that it was their responsibility to teach and train their kids and didn't lose heart at the quitting points. And it is because of God's grace and our parents' faith in Him that we stand here today. As graduates, we also face an unknown frontier. We don't know what the future holds for us. May I suggest that our uncertainty is God's opportunity. There will be times when we find ourselves doubting the course ahead. Let us resolve to fix our eyes on God alone and trust His plan completely. He promises to guide us even when we don't see the way. Let us trust Him fully and pour out our lives in delightful service to our King. He is faithful and will never let us down. Throughout our lives, we'll be tempted to settle for less, to seek security, to journey the safe and well-worn trail. But God has called us to a higher path, a greater purpose, promising that He will lead us through life and bless us as we trust Him. Consider His faithfulness to Joshua and Caleb. Of all the people in Israel, only those 2 chose not to look at their intimidating surroundings, but to look heavenward to their God. As a result, only they were allowed to enter the promised land. At the end of Caleb's life, he approached Joshua and said, "As my portion of the promised land, give me the mountains of Hebron, the citadel of the giants." At the ripe old age of 85, what did he request? Not a dwelling in the valley with comforts and guaranteed security, but he claimed the promise of God, which happened to be the mountain heights, the enemy's very stronghold. I can just imagine an 85-year-old man, cane in one hand, sword in another, ascending a mountain to conquer the enemy. God indeed has great things for His children if we will trust Him. Will we, as children of God, lay hold of the life He has for us, with opportunities sometimes difficult, but always with great blessing? Given the choice, if Caleb were standing at this podium today, I think he would tell us,